What is your American dream?
I'm from Chicago, my parents are from the Philippines, and my American dream is to have world peace. I think that it all starts with teaching each other how to love one another, and that will set the path for a positive future.
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. My American dream is peace on earth.
I was born in Moscow. My American dream is I really want to get good education and I want to do my favorite things in the future.
I was born in New Jersey. My American dream is to hit the mega millions so I can take care of my family, my friends, and myself.
I'm from Belgium. My American dream would be that between youth people we have deep conversation about our faith, about how we see life and how we can live together.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, the show's about to start and Brad needs water. He needs to stay hydrated. Come on, let's go. We're gonna get that elevator. We're gonna go to the deli downstairs. Hurry. Okay, down. We gotta hurry. So in case you missed Friday's episode of Brad Show Live, the fans decided they want to call Belgium Kim, even though people from Belgium are called Belgians, not Belgium, duh, but okay. Brad reassured Maria from St. Petersburg, Florida, that she's not gonna have any problem with her green card interview. It was a big relief for Maria to hear Brad say that to her. We met Sumant Gupta, who's a banker and a comedian. His family is from India, and they started to immigrate to the United States in the 1970s. Goes to show what chain migration really is, doesn't it? Takes a long time. And our Miami field correspondent, Anna Azcona, interviewed Rudy Visacino. He's the chairman of the Dominican American National Foundation. Oh, we're here. Time to get water. Here we are, water for Brad. Oh, darn, these bottles are as big as I am. Oh, got it. Waiting in line. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's so nice here. I love New York. Oh, I don't have any pockets, so, okay. Brad, I'm coming, don't worry. Here's your water. It's heavy, but I'm almost there. Brad, don't worry. You'll have water for the show. Plenty. You'll be hydrated.
And I got the water. Thank you very much. I will be hydrated. Thank you to Groundhog Sam. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is March 12th. Where am I looking? This way, right here. It is March 12th, and it is a Monday. That means we are ready to go because it's around 5:36. We were a few minutes late today. I don't know why. I know why, but no reason to get into it. We're a few minutes late, but better late than never. And I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. Hello to all of our Brad squad, Denise Johnson, Tamika Nelson, Dionne Watson, all who said hello. Carol Anderson, the Tiger. Who else? Cece, Christy said hello. Jella said hello. Deanne said hello. Dane from Atlanta said hello. Carrie Ann Wallace. Vakisha Taylor all the way from Jamaica. Who else here? Princess Martin. Uniqueness. Rosie Boo. Hello. Chandra Graham. Who else do I know here on a regular basis? Barbara Lord. Yes, a little late. Time change. I don't know if you're referring to our time change because our time change, we've changed the show to 5:30 for a month, or you're talking about daylight savings time. And if you don't know yet, set your clock forward right now. There is daylight savings time. Who else? Cece Mitchell, Jeff Bosey, little late, but better late than never. Christy, hello. And Elaine Campbell, hello to everybody else who I didn't get a chance to say hello to. And welcome to Brad Show Live. Where am I going? Here, right? Or here? There. No. Yes. No. Yes. There. Got it. All right. So we got a jam-pack today. We already have Gene from Haiti on hold. So Gene, hang in there. Telephone number to call is 1-800-529-5465. Our lines are wide open right now. 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. That is the number to call to get your immigration questions asked and answered. We are going to be going to our telephone lines in under 4 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes. So if you call right now, you will get your immigration questions asked and answered. 1-800-529-5465. The other thing is, when we went live right now, the first thing I saw that was actually posted was a notification from Facebook. The Facebook people sent me a notification that said, hey, if you like what you're watching, share this with your friends and family. And I go, wow, what a great idea. Thank you very much, Facebook. I've only been saying that 5 million times, maybe 10 million times, I don't even know. So please share this with your friends and family right now. The best way to share it is take out your thumb, your finger, your pinky, press the button, put it on your timeline, share it to your friend's timeline, put it in Messenger, wherever you think your friends may like to see this, or they would get notification. And also for everybody out there that did not get notification that we were on live, because I get these messages every day, and the messages are always, hey Brad, I'm not finding your show. How do I find your show? The answer is, if you like and follow Brad Show Live, you will get notification every time we come live. But the only way to get the notification is to like and follow Brad Show Live. So tell your friends and family when you share, if they like what they see, if they want to, tell their friends and family of their friends and family to watch, make sure you like and follow our page. 1-800-529-5465. That's the number to call. 1-800-529-5465. While we're waiting for the phone lines to heat up, I see Donald Trump will be visiting California this week. It'll be the first time he visits California. It will actually be, it looks like a monkey behind me when Donald Trump comes on. Doesn't that look like there's some monkey from Planet of the Apes or something? He doesn't even look like a real person back there. It looks like some Planet of the Apes comes to Washington, D.C. We have a new ape. His name is Donald Trump. I mean, that's what it looks like. But he will be the first. He's going to be the first president. He's going to be the first time he is visiting California, and only the first president in the history of the United States of America not to visit the most populous state in his first year in office. And you think he's up, that's the governor, Jerry Brown. We haven't gotten up to the governor yet, but we're going to get to him in about a second. And you would think that when he goes to visit, he's going to want to go see what's going on in California. For example, now we're going to Governor Jerry Brown. He doesn't look like Planet of the Apes. Trump does. Governor Brown says, hey, Donald, why don't you go visit all of our new bridges and tunnels and high-speed trains that we're making and building in California to make people's lives better. Come visit the bridges we're building. Come visit the infrastructure we're building. But no. Donald Trump says he only wants to go visit the border wall. That wall right there on the beach in San Diego. We had a guest on the other week. We were talking about Friendship Park there. He wants to see how we are building walls instead of building bridges. So that's what's going on with Donald Trump. Unfortunately, last night, I was actually, I didn't see it, but I could have seen it, I guess. I was right there on the Upper East Side last night, and I got a notification on my phone that there was a helicopter crash, and I was on First Avenue. I could have been one over and actually saw it. I didn't actually see it, so I don't want to lie and say I saw it, but I was right there. There was a helicopter, unfortunately, crashed in the East River. Apparently, it was photographers and sightseers who were going out for an evening ride around Manhattan. And what they were doing is they wanted to open up the door of the helicopter so they can get a perfect video or a perfect photograph of the Manhattan skyline in the evening at dusk. And they brought all their photography equipment on. This is apparently what happened. I don't know for sure. The FAA hasn't come out, but this is what is the accounts in the news. It's a terrible story. And apparently, whoever the passenger was in the front seat of the helicopter, their bag got caught on an emergency off switch. How that could humanly happen, I have no idea. But their bag got caught on an emergency off switch, shut off the gas to the helicopter, which caused the helicopter to crash into the East River. Now, to make matters worse, because they were going to fly with their doors open, not only did they have their seatbelts on, the passengers, but they also were harnessed in with a harness behind their back. And what apparently happened is when the helicopter hit the East River, it flipped over, the helicopter filled with water, and the passengers were not adept at trying to figure out how to undo the harness in their back, because they were harnessed in so they wouldn't fall out of the helicopter. But as far as safety is concerned, as far as making it easy to release the harness, they were unable to do it. I guess they must have also been disoriented. If you think about it, going into very cold water, the water was minus 40 degrees, flipping over in a helicopter, that would be disorienting. And unfortunately, the only person to survive was the pilot, who was more adept at being able to get out of the harness. All the other passengers, there's the pilot, he walked out okay. And unfortunately, it's a very sad story, but the other 5 people on board all died. They didn't die from the impact. They died from drowning, from not being able to get out of their harness and seatbelts. So that is a very, very sad story. Also, it's not happy news today. There's been some, I don't know, I know a lot of you probably know about this already. There has been deadly Austin package explosions. There has been 2 people who have, I believe they got killed, both of them got killed, when a package was left on their doorstep in Austin, Texas, and they went to open the package and there was a bomb inside. Reminds me of years ago, there was a Unabomber. I don't know if everybody remembers the Unabomber. Reminds me years ago, there was this guy, I forgot his name, Dennis something or other. I think that was his name. Maybe Jill, you can look it up. There was a Unabomber. He lived out in the woods and he was driving hundreds and hundreds, Ted Kaczynski, I don't know where I got Dennis from, Ted Kaczynski, and he was driving hundreds of miles and mailing bombs to people randomly all over the United States of America. People who he just randomly picked and other people who he felt he had a grudge against, who he may never have met. And now, what is this, 10, 15 years, probably over 15 years, maybe 20 years later, now we have somebody who is randomly leaving boxes on people's doorsteps. They open it up and kaboom, they blow themselves up and got killed. It happened to 2 people. The FBI is possibly considering that these are bias crimes because both people it happened to have been black, and it all happened in Austin, Texas in this past month. They are investigating, I'm reading here, the Austin police are investigating both deaths as a homicide. The death of the teen Monday is being probed as a murder. They are not ruling out anything, but certainly it's looking a little like hate crimes right now. We'll see what happens. Telephone number to call, 1-800-529-5465. The other thing is, because I'm always intrigued by this, a newly released video by the Department of Defense, and it wasn't released by the Department of Defense. What it was is it was through a Freedom of Information Act request, and we, in immigration, use that all the time to get people's records or get certain government documents that are not considered classified. Well, apparently, somebody at the Department of Defense recently declassified what appears to be an alien encounter with 2 U.S. Navy pilots. I am not sure if the Navy meant to do this or this was a mistake, but a UFO organization that helps to expose the truth that they are out there, they did a FOIA and received this in return. It's an audio, it's not a video, it's an audio, and the audio is taken from the guns of a Navy destroyer after an aircraft carrier sent out some planes to see what appeared to be an unidentified flying object. In the audio, which we can't play, but I will play the pilots for you. I will be the pilot for you. We can't play the audio because I don't want Facebook to take us down, but I will play the role of the pilots. Okay? We're flying the plane. We'll see what the fuck is that thing? That's what basically the guy screamed. One pilot could be heard screaming. I'm allowed to curse because we're only on Facebook. And then another pilot returned, said, "Wow, what is that, man? Look at that thing flying." That was all that was released from the FOIA. Now, the footage was released Friday by the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, a private scientific research and media group. The video footage shows pilots commenting based on their observations of a UFO from aboard a U.S. Navy aircraft. This happened. We don't know where this happened. It either happened, obviously, in the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean. We don't know. But we do know it happened on November 14th, 2004. So are they out there? Are they out there? Maybe they is the President of the United States. I don't know. I think he's an alien from another country. He seems orange and completely out of tune with everybody else. Maybe he's the alien. I don't know. 1-800-529-5465. And by the way, what's very interesting is we haven't heard the president say one thing yet, by the way. Not that I'm going to get started on this, but we haven't heard the president. Yep, that monkey guy. I mean, if anybody looks like a monkey, doesn't he look like a monkey? Those little beady eyes? Looks like Planet of the Apes, like visits Washington, D.C. But he hasn't said one thing, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen it in news yet. He hasn't made a comment about it. He hasn't tweeted about it. He hasn't said one thing about the possible bias crimes that are happening by these packages that are being delivered. And they're not being delivered by the post office. They're being delivered by just people dropping things off at somebody's door, and people believing either it's from Amazon or the post office, but it's not being delivered by anybody. It's being delivered by the bomber himself. He hasn't said anything. 2 blacks have already died. Very suspicious. These are important things that he has to be speaking up about, even just to calm America. Here's one of the victims right here. On March 2nd in Austin, Texas, he's one of the victims. He opened up the box and kaboom. And President Trump, he's not saying anything. Part of the president's job is to put everybody at ease. Okay, even if he doesn't know who's doing it, even if he's not sure what's going on, part of his job is to put everybody at ease and say, don't worry, we're going to get this person. We stand up against this type of behavior. We don't want people, A, to be bombed. Obviously, it's a crazy person, but certainly to make it even worse, to make it possibly a bias crime. We're not sure. But he's not saying anything. He's too busy tweeting about Rosie O'Donnell. Who cares about Rosie O'Donnell? Or whether Oprah is a good candidate or not for the presidential election. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Christy, you know what I ate? Let me tell you. Christy wants to know what I ate. There is a new Brad today. New Brad. I watched this movie over the weekend. I was telling Jilly, the executive producer. I told Belgium Kim. I also told Carrie, our new social media person, watch this movie. I can't recommend it enough. It was called The Sugar Movie. I rented it for 99 cents on Apple. Maybe it's on Netflix too. I don't even know. But it talks about how in the 1970s there was a big debate in the United States of America on whether or not it's fat in foods that are causing people to become obese and have heart disease, or whether it is sugar in food that turns to fat, which is causing, and by the way, sugar causes people to eat even more and more and not even feel full, a lot of the low-fat stuff. But there was a big debate. And what won out was really corporate America. Corporate America paid scientists to say it's fat that causes disease. There's nothing wrong with sugar. And now sugar has been added to everything. Anything processed in the United States of America has some form of sugar added to it now. And the whole movie is about, it's a great documentary, and I highly recommend it. And it's totally off subject, and we weren't going to even talk about it, but I'll talk about it for just 30 more seconds because I was actually very intrigued by it. And it was talked about how all of this sugar has caused so much disease, and it causes mood swings, and it causes people to get up and then down, and then up and then down, and then you need to eat more sugar just to keep going. And people are almost like in a haze in a way. in a haze in a way. And they think by being in a haze, that's their normal state of being, when it's not. It's a normal state of being by eating sugar every day. And sugar, not even necessarily in like your Dunkin' Donuts, you know. I'm talking about like people go and buy yogurt. There's sugar in yogurt. It's processed sugar, fructose sugar, in sports drinks and everything. So today, what I did was I went no sugar. 0 sugar. I had everything natural today. I feel better. Eggs for breakfast, fruit, salad for lunch with oil and vinegar. That's everything I ate. That's what happened to Brad. I don't feel as tired. I didn't even have to drink coffee today. What do you think of that? All right, 1-800-5. That's right, Carol. Sugar is not only the number way to gain fat, but it makes your memory a little hazy. It makes you a little more like everything's just like a little more lazy and lackadaisical. You feel so much more alive once you stop having sugar. 1-800-529-5465. Gene from Haiti has been waiting almost 20 minutes. Gene.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What's going on?
Good. I have 3 questions for you.
Yes.
Okay. The first one. So I'm gonna give you an example. My mother and my dad right now, they both have green card, but their children living in Haiti. So my mother is married to my dad. So if
your mother and dad both have green cards, you're in Haiti right now. How did your mom and dad get their green cards?
No. They both in the United States. They both.
I understand. They're in the United States. You're in Haiti.
Yeah, but their children, my other brothers and sisters, they are in Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for example, if my father file I-130 for my other sisters and brothers,
yes,
and then at some point, like for example, my father passed away, can my mother take over the process?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so between the father and the mother, which one is easier for the process to fill the I-130?
The mother. There's less to prove.
Yeah. Okay, good.
The mother only has to show a birth certificate of the child, and she's on it. A lot less to prove.
Okay, so can my mother use my father income like as proof?
At the end of the case, absolutely. You don't need it at the beginning. You need it at the end.
Okay, good. So it is possible for somebody to get exemption from the USCIS citizenship test for medical reason.
What would be the medical reason?
Like memory loss.
Sorry, memory loss. Yeah, but
Yes.
you would have to document it. So you would have you would have to document you have memory loss, and it's not just go to a doctor and a doctor writes a note saying, you know, Joe has memory loss. It would be Joe has memory loss, and the reason I know this is because I conducted test A, B, C, and D, and based on these scientific tests, I've determined he has memory loss.
Oh, is a process that can prove that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm your customer, so when I'm ready to file, so I'm going to contact your office.
Fantastic. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend. Now's the time to answer your immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. Amani in Kingston, Jamaica. Amani.
Hi, Brad. How are you?
How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, question. I have a pending I-130, still not yet approved. However, my B1, B2 visa expires in November. Should I waste my time to reapply, renew?
Who's filing your I-130?
Mother.
Your mother? Would you say your mother or your brother?
Yeah.
Well, how long are you into the case?
Mother.
Yeah, how long are you into the case? How long are you into the case?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
How long are you into the case?
Oh, it's, April makes 5 years since I've been waiting.
Yeah, don't bother. They're not going to give it to you now.
Oh wow, that was harsh.
I'm sorry. I would have actually broken it down and been nicer about it, but you called up like, should I even bother? So I'm like, no, don't bother. So I thought we were cool. I'm sorry. I would have broken it nicer. I would have broken it nicer. Yeah, because they're not going to give it to you because you're very close to getting a green card. You're about a year and a half away from getting a green card, so they're not going to give it to you.
Oh, so they're going to be like, just wait on that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly try, but I don't want you to misrepresent yourself. I want you to say, yes, my mom filed for me. I'm on a waiting list. And they most likely will take it.
Yeah, well, I understand. I would have to tell them because, they would know.
They would know even if
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'll tell you that they're not going to give it to you. It's extraordinarily unlikely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. 1-800-529-5465. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. You tell a friend. And if you can't share it, call your friend up. Say, hey, watch Brad. 1-800-529-5465. I don't know who this is, but they're from Rockville, Maryland. Mickey. Mickey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
So I'm filing for my father. I'm 23, and he came to the States illegally. And I wanted to know if I have a sister through him, if I was filing for her as well, would I be able to file for her even though we don't have the same mother?
You can, but it would be a separate application, and your sister's going to wait a very long time. How long is your sister? I mean, how long? How old is your sister? Excuse me.
She's about 19.
She's 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, certainly file for her. But when your dad comes, he's going to turn around and file for her, and then she's going to wait another 7 years anyway. I mean, your waiting time is 10, 12 years, but put something in the system for her. But she has a long wait ahead of her.
Oh, okay. Right. So I would have to do them separately?
Correct. Your sister's not going to be included on the case, unfortunately.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
You have so much for chain migration. All right. 1-800-529-5465. We are taking calls right now, so if you call, you will get on our show. 1-800-529-5465. And Suzette in Orlando, Florida. Suzette.
Hi.
What happened to
I'm
Suzette?
from Coral Springs.
I'm not hearing you, Suzette. There we go. There we go.
Are you hearing me?
Now I hear you. Okay, what's up?
Okay, it's Coral Springs, Florida.
Coral Springs, Florida. Okay.
Yeah. My son he's a citizen. He got naturalization through his dad from he was 12 years old. Now he's 22 and I am here in Florida. He wants to file for me. I'm here for 5 months now and he wants to file. Can he go ahead? But he doesn't have the certificate in his hand, the citizenship in his hand. Can he
he's not a citizen? He's not a citizen though.
Well, he is through his dad. But he doesn't have the certificate in his hand to say.
All right. So basically, he was under the age of 18 when he came here, and he was living with his father in his father's custody?
He was 11 years old when his dad filed for him.
Does he have the U.S. passport?
And he's 22 now.
Does he have a U.S. passport?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he can file for you using the U.S. passport. But he would also have to demonstrate all of that evidence to prove that he would be eligible for the certificate of citizenship, which is he and his dad lived together in the same household, and his father was his custodial and legal parent, meaning that the father declared him as dependent on his tax returns. The father was this person, his guardian, who the school contacted for whatever school issues that your son may have had, or non-issues, or signed the report card, or whatever it is. So you would have to go through the whole process of proving, by the way, if when I file the certificate of citizenship, I would get it, and show the passport. But yes, the answer is yes, he can file for you now. You're going to probably need the help of a good lawyer.
How long do you think it would take for Maya to get through?
For you to get through, about 9 months, but you'd get a work permit in about 4 months to 5 months.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So hold on if you need help. We can help you all the way in New York from Coral Springs, Florida. So hold on.
You can?
Yep. Hold on.
So I need.
You don't have to do anything. Just hold on. That's all you need to do is hold. Hold.
Okay.
Hang in there. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Vivek from Lowell, Massachusetts. Vivek.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's up?
So the question was, I filed for my wife filed for me, and now I had the interview. I had an interview on March 1st, and after the interview, they told me that that you're gonna get your green card. They told me it's for the initial review. My online status.
Wait. I'm losing you. Your wife filed for you. You went for the interview when?
On March 1st.
On March 1st. So that was 12 days ago.
Yep.
Okay. So what happened at the interview?
The interview went very good, but after that, they told me, we have some questions and some issues. What were
the questions and issues? Did you ask them, hey, by the way, what are the questions and issues?
No, they didn't say me nothing. So they said me we will give you the letter and we will send you the answer in letter.
And did you get this letter yet?
No, and
okay.
The online status says it's for the initial review.
All right, and this has happened in Boston?
Yeah.
Okay, so eventually you're going to get a letter, probably in the next 90 days or so. It's called a notice of intent to deny. And they're going to send you a letter saying, we're giving you notice of our intent to deny because you have certain issues. These are our issues that we have with you. And most likely the issue they have is they don't believe it's a real marriage, but maybe there's other issues as well. But usually it's they don't believe it's a real marriage. That's 80% of the time. That's why you would get that. 20% is some other reason. But, got to be prepared for anything.
Okay.
Once you get that letter, they're going to say you have 30 days to prove otherwise. It's when you need a good lawyer like me. If it's a real marriage, we'll prove it. If it's not a real marriage, you can't prove what's not real. Then you got a problem.
Oh, okay.
Where you from?
Lowell, Mass.
I know Lowell, Mass. Where originally? What's Vivek? I'm not familiar with that name. Where are you originally from? What country?
I am from India and she's from Puerto Rico.
India and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible that the reason why, I hate to break it to you, is, immigration stereotypes, just like anybody else. So they say, hey, you're from India, your wife's Puerto Rican, we think this is a BS marriage, just by taking a look at your ethnicities without ever even looking beyond that. So that's probably what happened is you're going to get a letter. You said everything went well at the interview, yet they seem to have problems at the end. And it's probably just an ethnic thing. And it's unfortunate that's the way they look at you. They shouldn't in America, but that's the way they do it. As soon as they see people from two different ethnic backgrounds, they start questioning the validity of the marriage. So you should be expecting that in the next 90 days, this notice of intent to deny. As I said, if it's a real marriage, marriage, and this is what a real marriage is, just so you understand, at least from immigration's perspective. A real marriage is you share the same bedroom every night, and you have an economic relationship. As long as you have that, it's a real marriage. You'll be able to prove it's real. You'll get your green card. But you're going to need a good lawyer. And I'm going to let you talk in a second. I just wanted to let you know and everyone know that just because you're in Lowell, Massachusetts, and I'm in New York doesn't mean we can't help you. We can totally help you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now you wanted to say something.
My marriage has been 1 year and 5 months.
I'm sorry?
We are married.
Okay,
we are
good.
married from 1 year and 5 months.
You could be married for 37 years. It doesn't matter. Oh. What matters is, do you live together and do you have an economic relationship?
Yeah, we do.
All right, hold on one second. 1-800-529-5465. That's the number to call, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Angela in Hempstead, New York. Angela.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm just calling to ask you a few questions. I don't know if you can help me.
I hope so. Let's see.
My daughter wants to do file for me, but she's 20. She will be 21 soon. Mm-hmm. So I'm just checking how you go about that.
When does she turn 21?
She will be 21 July.
Okay, so sometime in June, you're going to start putting together an adjustment package, which is an I-45, an I-130, an I-864, I-765, I-131. You're going to file the adjustment with USCIS on her 21st birthday, but not a day before. We can help you. You'll get your green card in less than 9-10 months.
Okay. I'm married, but is it a problem with your husband because we're separated, but he's living in a different country?
No. You're getting your green card based on the fact that your daughter's 21 and a U.S. citizen. You're not getting it based on whether you're single or married.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, I dropped her by mistake. She should call back. Well, you know what? Fiona, call her back. That was my mistake. I disconnected her. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Andre in Patterson, New Jersey. Andre.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, I have a question for you, right?
Go ahead.
So I came to America and I got married, right?
Right.
But I got my 2-year green card with my wife. So we filed to remove the condition from the green card, right?
Right.
But after finding those papers, we started having some problem, some domestic problems, going to court and all of that. Why you think could be done? Because right now I got the extension, so right now I'm waiting for like either to get a call for interview or something like that in a couple of months.
What do you mean you got the extension? You have a 2-year card or you got a work permit?
No, I got the 2-year green card.
Okay.
The 2-year green card
Fine. All right.
expired,
So now this is the deal. This is the deal. Okay. When you get your 2-year card and now you file to get your permanent card and you've already done that and you've got your extension, okay? The law doesn't require you to stay in an unhappy marriage, okay? You don't have to be in an unhappy marriage just to keep your green card. So it sounds like to me at this moment, you and your wife are on a rocky situation, okay?
Yeah,
You're having problems. You have a lot of problems, right? So now you have two choices. You got two choices, okay? You can try to work it out with your wife and say, you know what, we're going to try to salvage this marriage. I'm going to try to work it out. We're still living together. We're still sharing the same economic relationship. But the moment you separate or the moment you move out or she moves out, now it is no longer, as far as immigration is concerned, a bona fide marriage moving forward. You're not living together anymore. At that point, what the law requires you to do is get a divorce. Okay? So the law says if you separate and you are divorced, you can complete the case on your own as long as you can prove back in the day before, at some point from the time you got your conditional green card up until the time you separated, that it was a real marriage. So when you say, what can you do? The answer is one of two. You're either going to work it out and live together, share an economic relationship, work it out, go to counseling, speak to your pastor, go to a marriage counselor, whatever you need to do, go speak to Dr. Phil, whatever it is that you need to do to work it out and straighten it out and make a go of this marriage. Or alternatively, you're going to say, I don't want to make a go of this marriage anymore. We're separating. I'm going to get a divorce. And as long as you get divorced and you can prove that it was real at some point in time, you can still get your green card. Those are your choices.
Okay.
All right, hold on. And if you want, make an appointment and we can talk about it more. 1-800-529-5465. It's a mouthful there sometimes. Now I'm speaking to Jackson in Boston, Massachusetts. Jackson.
Hi, how are you, sir?
How you doing?
Good. My question, I filled my application for my citizenship, but I have the interview next month. I have a daughter, but when she come to USA, she live with me, but she live with her mother on my original country. What do you think? They asked me for the address for my baby. I put the Massachusetts address. So it's okay for that?
Wait. You have a child. She's living with you now?
No, she's in my country with her mother. She's in your country
with her mother. So that's where you should be saying she lives. Yeah. Why would you be saying anything otherwise?
Yeah, but when she comes here, she come on my house. She live with me.
But she's not with you at this moment?
No.
She's in another country, so that's where she should be. That's where her address is.
Yes, but she's born here.
She's born in the United States. Yes.
Yes.
But at the present time, she's living with the mother in Africa. So you tell the truth.
Yes.
How are you getting your green card?
Yes.
I don't see where the problem is.
Yes, but when I go to the interview, when they ask me where if you are children, I say yes. They're gonna ask me where she lives. What can I do?
They're going to ask you, what was the first question before where she lives?
Yeah, where if I have children, I say yes, but they're going to ask me where she lives.
In Africa with her mom. What's the difference?
Okay. It's not going to be a problem, no?
No.
But the
only thing you're trying to outsmart yourself. Don't you tell the truth. The issue may become, are you a good father? Do you support your child? And yes, I support my child. I send money home if that's even becomes an issue.
Yeah, but the problem, I already put on my citizen application. I already put my address here.
Okay, so then you correct it at the interview.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Sandra in the Bronx. Sandra.
Hello, hi, Brad.
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
I'm okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's going on?
I wanted to find out something here.
Go ahead.
Yes. I have a stay my visa. I'm married to a green card holder.
Right.
And I wanted to open an account. Is that possible in my married name? Can I do that?
Sure. Why not?
I can do that.
Of course.
Okay, it's on calls. Any problem when filing the high 30?
No,
you can cause a problem?
No. You can go open a bank account.
Okay, great.
All right.
And open it in my surname, in my marriage name,
sure,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot. I will see you soon.
Okay, thank you. See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay. 1-800-529-5465. Rick in Brooklyn. Rick.
Hello, yes.
How you doing?
I have a question for you. I'm fine. I was given a green card from my dad's wife when I was 10 years old. I came in this country in 2003. I was given. She's married with my dad before I was born, and I was given a green card by her, and I had the green card since till now. And I wanted to know if I could file for N600 form
This was your stepmom, you said, right?
Basically, I was saying yes, but
She's not your biological mom.
Nah.
Okay. Was your dad a citizen before you were 18?
No.
Okay. No, you can't file the N600. You only can do an N600, which is getting citizenship derivatively through your parents, and it could only come through your biological mother or your biological father. Since neither biological mom or biological dad was a citizen before 18, this was my mom, she raised me, but she's not by blood. No, it doesn't work that way.
I was saying that if I could have claimed legitimately, like to be like our legitimate child, because she don't have no child. She's lived with me all her life, and I live with her.
Unfortunately, no. This is a woman who raised you that you consider to be your mother. And for all intents and purposes, you love her, she loves you. But under the law, it's only biological mother or father.
All right.
All right. So, but you can do an N400 if you qualify.
Oh, so if I've been here for 15 years. I want to know if I had like one misdemeanor in my record, would that jeopardize my?
What's the misdemeanor?
Is an A misdemeanor weapon possession for a knife?
It's
most
most likely not. An A misdemeanor for a knife would not be a deportable offense, and it shouldn't prevent you from becoming a citizen if that's your only arrest ever. But I would still.
That's like my only conviction ever. I don't have no conviction in my record.
Were you ever arrested before, besides the knife?
Yeah.
Okay, so it all counts, all the arrests, even if it's not a conviction. This is what I would suggest you do, Rick. Make an appointment to come see us. Bring your dispositions, even the ones that the case was dismissed, and let's take a look at it before you file anything. Okay, hold on. 1-800-529-5465. If you're shy and don't want to don't want to speak with me, I'll be a little insulted. I won't be insulted. If you're shy and don't want to speak to me and you don't want to call 1-800-529-5465, leave your questions on Facebook. We're going to get to Belgium Kim in a few minutes. Leave your questions on Facebook. Belgium Kim is right around the corner to answer your immigration questions. Let's go to, she's not going to answer it. I'm going to answer it. She's going to ask it. Natalie in Hartford.
Hi, Brad.
Hi,
Good
Natalie.
day to you. Okay, my question is for a friend of mine, right? She is in the process of getting her green card with her son. And just the other day, her son got charged for robbery, which was he's not convicted of that charge at all. his bond was like 300,000. Then they drop it to 50.
Right, still a big.
He never get in problem before.
Yeah, but that's a
nothing
huge,
at all.
But that is a huge bond. So that it's a serious offense, obviously, as you realize.
Okay, but the thing is, the judge gave him a bond, said he could be released, out to go back to school and stuff like that. He's not a problem to society, stuff like that. But he have a detainer on him.
Right.
Would you advise her to bond him out or what?
No, because as soon as you bond him out, he's going to go over to immigration.
Okay, so what is in the case you think she should do?
Come see me. I'm a good lawyer.
All right, Brad, but you have your place here in Connecticut, right?
That is correct. So we have.
All right, so I'm gonna let her
tell her to go to Congress Street in Connecticut and see Marina, and then I'll get involved.
Okay, I'm gonna let her set up an appointment with you.
Okay, great.
All right, Brad. Thank you.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. Yes, we're on Congress Street in Hartford, Connecticut. We're also in downtown Manhattan in New York, New York. Let's go to Rona in Rockville, Maryland. Rona.
Hello.
Hi, Rona.
Hi, Brad. I have a question.
Go ahead.
I helped my niece to do her paper for the citizenship. But after she finished the paper, she was supposed to put that I help her to do it, right?
I don't understand what your question is. You're supposed to help
No,
your niece?
I was asking if she was supposed to put my name on the paper to say I help her to do the paperwork for the citizenship.
Why, did you help her?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the answer is yes, but if she didn't, she could just amend it at the time of the interview, say my aunt helped me.
But she didn't put it on it. So if they ask her when she goes, she should just tell them I helped her.
Yeah, absolutely. You can
And
always...
if they say, why didn't she put my name on, what should she say?
I made a mistake. I'm fixing it now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. 1-800-529-5465. Damien in Bridgeport.
Hi, how you doing, Brad?
Hey, Damien, what's up?
Not too much. I just have two quick questions. I'm calling on behalf of a friend of mine. He went in. He got the. He's been married for about 2 years now, and he just got his biometrics to go in to take his fingerprint and everything.
Right.
And his wife, his wife and him was having issues, and she served him some papers. So I was just wondering if that would mess him up in any way.
He hasn't gotten his 2-year card yet.
No, they gave him until about 6 months from now, but he got his.
Yeah,
he's gonna do his fingerprint, I believe, tomorrow.
It's gonna mess him up because he doesn't have a wife to show up to an interview. She's divorcing him. You have to have a wife to go for an interview, unless there's abuse.
Even though they have a child together.
Even though they have a child together. Now he may want to discuss an abuse case. I don't know if there is or isn't. But you need a wife to...
Yes, there is.
Okay,
there
now
is.
men could be abused too. It's not just women who are abused. Men could be abused too. So hold on one second.
I'm not...
Yeah,
even though he has the fingerprint to take tomorrow, it looks like she was the one who did the paperwork herself, though, in terms of serving him the papers.
Well, I think if there's abuse, he should go take his fingerprint tomorrow, but he should come make an appointment to see us immediately.
But in any case, I mean, what if she was the one who did the paperwork herself to make it look like it was legit?
What do you mean to make it look like it's legitimate? You told me it's either legit or not legit. There's either abuse or there's no abuse. You told me there's a kid involved that would make me lead to believe it's a legit marriage. If it's not a legit marriage, you shouldn't be doing anything. I don't know what you mean by make it look legit. Because that scares me when you say something like that.
It looks like she went on the computer and print out something and, put his mother's name on it and, his mother didn't sign anything.
Okay. I don't know what you're saying, and you're talking about somebody else, and she went on a computer and put his mother... I don't know what, when...
The wife, that's the wife who was doing that.
Damien, I don't know who you're talking about, but I will say this, okay? If you're talking about, let's call it shenanigans, okay?
Yeah.
If you're talking about shenanigans with the government, okay, you shouldn't be talking about it to me and 10,000 people. So what?
Well, it's real marriage, though.
Okay.
That I could tell you. It's real marriage. They're just having a little problem, and he's supposed to do fingerprint tomorrow.
Okay, so what I would suggest, you could always go and do a fingerprint in another week or two. I think he should do nothing else, and he should make an appointment to see us tomorrow. That's what I think. All right? Or take the fingerprint and then see us. But either way, he should be seeing us immediately. Hold on. Let's go to Carol in the Bronx. Carol.
Hello. Hi, Rod.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I have a question.
Yes.
My husband he got a 2-year green card, but it's expired, and they give him the extension for the 1 year.
Right.
The 1 year is expired too. So, what can he do?
Go down to not go down. Don't do anything. Go to the website uscis.gov. Go make an InfoPass appointment.
I did, but there's no appointment available.
All
I've
right,
been trying for the past.
All right, then come see me. We have appointments because we always schedule appointments all the time. Come see me. We'll get a stamp.
Where can I see you?
I'm in downtown Manhattan. Hold on one second.
Hold on, let me.
All right. Let's go to John in Brooklyn. John.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I just have a quick question.
Yes.
I just want to know how much it would cost me to apply for my daughter's citizenship.
To apply for your daughter's citizenship? You don't apply for your daughter.
Yes.
Is it her certificate of citizenship? Is that what you're talking about? She's under 18?
Yeah, she's under 18. She's 16.
She's 16 years old. So you want to do an N600, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's see. I'm always bad with filing fees. So let me look it up a second. The N600, you can, oh gosh. My computer's acting up here. So let's see. The N600 certificate of citizenship is, drum roll please, for John, if I can get this going, $1,170.
Okay.
All right? And you make that out to the Department of Homeland Security. All right, hold on if you need help.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Sophia in the Bronx. Sophia.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Good evening. I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
If daughter files for mother and while the filing is in process, she gets married, is there anything she has to do?
No, just go do the marriage case, assuming she's getting her green card through her marriage. Nothing you have to do on the mother's case.
No, what I'm saying is, would she have to go in to put on her mom's paper now that her surname is so and so and no?
1 second. Did she marry an American citizen? Maybe I misunderstood.
No, she don't marry an American citizen. Her mother paper is in, and she got married to someone.
1 second.
So I'm asking if it will affect.
1 second. The answer is yes. I don't sometimes understand what you're saying by the mother's papers in. Her mother's a citizen or a resident and filed for her daughter? Is that what you're saying?
No, the daughter is filing for the mother. She
I
only do
understand.
fingerprint already.
Right. No, if the daughter filed for the mother, there's nothing really to do. She doesn't have to change anything if the daughter got married.
Okay, and if she getting married while the mother paper is in, would that affect the mother?
Not at all. Not one bit.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 1-800-529-5465. Jackson in Fort Myers, Florida. Jackson.
Yes, Mr. Brad.
Yes.
My mother, she's a green card holder right now, but she doesn't know how to do it. She didn't go to school at all. She cannot read anything. Can she become a U.S. citizen?
How long has she had her green card?
About 2 years from now.
She's only had a green card for 2 years?
Yeah, and then she's 66. She's 66.
No,
I'm sorry,
she won't be able to file for her citizenship for another 12 years if she can't read. You have to have a green card for 15 years, be over 55.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so let's do this. We got a whole bunch of people here. I'm going to speak to Glory I'm going to speak to Antoinette from New York. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find Belgium Kim, and we're going to ask, and Belgium Kim is going to ask your immigration questions from Facebook to me that I will be answering. So let's find Antoinette in New York. Antoinette.
Hi, good evening. How are you? Good, thank you. I have a twofold question for you. Yes, I am a F1 student from Jamaica, and I currently ended my studies in last May, so I'm on the last 6 months of my OPT. What I wanted to know is if there is a pathway for a green card, and the second part of the question would be, I am affiliated with a religious organization which has an interest in the area of study that I do. So if there's not a clear pathway and that's the only way, how could I approach this?
Well, there's no pathway that I'm on a student visa, I automatically get a green card. So that doesn't exist in life. Okay. Now what exists is generally the process is you graduate, you get your practical training for a year, which you've done. You find a job with that practical training, they like you, and then they sponsor you for an H-1B visa, which is a professional working visa. And then from there, they sponsor you for your green card. Now, you put a little wrinkle into this because you said you are a religious worker, or possibly a religious worker, and that you have, I guess, did you go to a theological seminary or something?
No, it's just, for example, my degree is in communication, and this religious organization has a vibrant media arm.
All right, so then they would sponsor you in an H-1B visa. That would have to happen by April 1st. So you wouldn't be working in a religious capacity. You would be working in a professional capacity for a religious organization. You would be doing, it wouldn't be a religious worker visa. You would just be doing a regular H-1B professional worker. Assuming you're working in a position that requires a college degree and it's related to your studies. So we can help, but let me say this. It's March, I don't even know, 12th. You got to file the H-1B in the next 2 weeks. So if you're going to do it, you do it now or forever hold your peace. The H-1B's got to be filed April 1st.
Okay.
All right, so hold on one second. 1-800-529-5465. Everybody on hold, hang in there. We're going to come back to we have a whole bunch of people on hold. So Nikki, Bright, Kanadi, Glory, a bunch of other people. Hang in there. I'm going to speak to Belgium Kim. And we're going to come back and answer your questions in a few minutes. Let's find Belgium Kim. Kim. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well, Brad. How are you?
Very good. What do we got going on Facebook?
We've got some really interesting conversations happening. Everyone was mad at that caller, Damien. They were like, legit or not legit? Nothing about this call is legit, Damien.
That's correct. Right. I bet you people were even saying maybe, Damien was the one with the issue and it's not his friend. Right? All right. It was like everybody was like, yeah, Damien, you're calling for your friend, right?
Yes, multiple people have said today must be National Call Your Friend Day. Call for your friend day.
It is very, very possible. All right. So what immigration questions do we got today?
So Cece is also asking for her friend. In 2001, her friend came to the U.S. on a visitor's visa. He was arrested in Queens, and he did about a year with 6 months of shock program for marijuana possession. He was 16 years old at the time. Can he come back to the U.S. now?
No. Once you get convicted of drugs, even put through the shock therapy program, it's a permanent bar to ever getting a green card. You can't come back.
What does she mean by the shock therapy program?
Like you ever see those Scared Straight TV things? Yeah. Where they take you and they say instead of doing 3 years, we're going to put you through some like boot camp to shock you into never ever smoking weed again. I'm not sure if it works or not. I would say no, but most people like to do it because they get out of jail faster.
That's a really tough decision. Okay. Simone says, is there a backlog on 601 waivers? And if you file in June of last year, how long would you have to wait?
It should be coming any moment. It was taking 6 months, but it's now taking 9-10 months.
Tamika actually chimed in and said that she had a friend who was waiting on her 601 waiver appointment as well, and that she just got the interview a year later.
Yeah, it's 9 months, and then there's an interview and everything else.
Ronnie says, can you file taxes for a child that was born here but doesn't live in the U.S.?
What do you mean file? As a dependent?
I'm assuming claim them as a dependent, yes.
My guess is no, but you speak to a tax professional. I'm not an accountant.
Lisa's question requires some deciphering, so I hope I get this right. Basically, Lisa's got a relative who, her grandson, who was staying with his mom at the time, and there was a situation where the mom was taken and the grandson was placed into state custody.
Mom was taken?
Or the mom was taken, placed into state custody. Now her grandson went to live with a family member. She believes that he does qualify for SIDGE, for the special immigrant.
How old's the kid?
It doesn't say.
If he's under 21, he qualifies.
Because he qualifies.
Yes.
So the question is that her brother is currently filing for a green card and is about to get his green card. Once he gets his green card, can her grandson then go live with her brother?
Yes.
Who would be the one to file for SIDGE then?
The brother would go in, who's the uncle, or whoever it is, would go into family court
right.
and get legal custody of the child. The child's living with me. The mother, it's not in the best interest of the child to go back and live with the mother who got taken away by the state authorities, and it's not in the best interest for the child to be returned to his home country, whatever that may be. You get these orders from a judge. The brother gets a guardianship, and now the kid can turn around and file for his green card on his own.
We've got Lady K who says, I currently live in Maryland. I applied for my citizenship last July and my biometric was done in August. When should I expect an interview? It's been 7 months now.
Momentarily. It's about 9.
We've got Nicola who's also asking for a friend.
Yes.
Nicola Jackson says, my friend's husband filed for her stepson in Jamaica. She received the I-130 approval notice. What's the next step?
Go through the National Visa Center, get the affidavits of support done, get a fee bill is going to be actually the next step, though.
Jose says, I'm from Ecuador and I'm waiting for my date for the interview at the embassy. My mother filed for me in 2014. What can you recommend for the interview and the documents that I'm going to need when I go in?
Jose, you're single?
It doesn't say. Let's say for argument's sake,
if
yes.
He's single, he has about 4 more years of waiting, so don't worry about documents yet, Jose. Assuming he's over 21.
We've got Joan who says, hi, Brad. I got a pink letter from USCIS regarding my affidavit of support. I refiled with a new sponsor in late January. However, I still don't hear from USCIS regarding the work permit. How soon can I expect a response?
What happened in January?
She refiled with a new sponsor.
Oh, so if you refiled again, so that's January, February, March, April, you won't get a response till the end of May or June.
Princess Gloria would like to know what's next after receiving an establishment of prima facie in I-360. Is that how you say that?
Close enough.
When you file
an I-360, that's the VAWA application, the Violence Against Women's Act.
Okay.
The government will take a quick peek at your case. Not a full review, but a quick peek. And if on the quick peek they say, you know what, this looks like a case we can consider and approve, they will give you this bona fide receipt back, and that allows you to go collect government benefits. That's the reason for it. Wait a year from that letter before you get a response for the approval, though. It takes a long time.
Also, Marge says, Kim, you deserve a raise. That was one hell of a decipher job.
I saw that. I don't know which one that was. And then I also saw that Carol says you look good in the blue. It's her favorite color. It actually matches the Spar Bernstein color right behind
It does.
you.
I was just thinking that. I should only wear this blazer now. I'm branded.
So let's do this, Kimmy Kim. We sent you out on the street, right?
We did.
Did we send you out on the street? It sounds like you're a streetwalker. No, you're not a streetwalker. Like we sent Kimmy out on the street. Go earn your money, woman. No, we didn't do that. We sent Kimmy out on the street to go find, because we always get these questions on marriages all the time, right? Yes, so we sent Kimmy Kim out on the street to ask people who are American citizens, people who have no reason to deal with immigration who appear to be couples walking down the street, and then we confirmed they were couples, if they would actually pass their immigration interview. We tried to run this last week. It kind of got stuck in our recorder, because we used the 8-track recorder back there still. You remember the 8-track tape? No, it's before your time.
Yeah.
The big thick, So we got stuck in the 8-track recorder. So we're ready to now show what you did on the street last week. All right, and interviewing, and let's see if American citizens can pass. These are, by the way, these are real questions that you would get on your marriage interview. These are not made up. These are real questions that you would get on your marriage interview if you were going in as an American citizen and somebody who needed a green card. But we're now asking these real questions to actual American citizens who have nothing to do with immigration to see if they would pass. Let's watch and see.
Bradshaw Live is taking over another borough today because we are in Brooklyn asking these American couples questions from a Stokes interview test. Let's find out how they did. We're going to introduce you to Dee and Dee Dee.
Hi. How you doing?
What's your anniversary?
Our anniversary is August, 20...
Well, our anniversary is August 27th.
6 or something?
At this. August 27th.
Where did you guys first meet?
Me and Dee Dee first met in Brooklyn at a park, actually, at Barlett Playground.
An area in Brooklyn.
Where was it in Brooklyn?
Like a mall.
Dee, where did you say you guys first met?
In a park.
Dee Dee, where did you guys say you first met?
I said an area in Brooklyn. I don't want to say park.
Who was there?
It was a couple of friends, me, a couple of friends, and her and a couple of friends.
His friend introduced us.
What friend introduced you? What was the name of the friend that introduced you?
Well, his name was Max, but I gave him the nickname Cupid since he hooked us up.
Dee, who was there when you guys first met?
Max, SP.
I just said Max.
Dee Dee left out the whole other crowd that was with you guys. Dee, what color is Dee Dee's toothbrush?
Green. Dee Dee's toothbrush is green.
And what color is Dee's toothbrush?
Red.
And what color is Dee Dee's toothbrush?
I think hers was green. Mine is blue.
I said mine was pink and his was red.
Anybody got any idea what the real colors are?
Mine is pink.
Yours is definitely pink.
Mine is blue.
When is Dee's birthday?
May 7th to 19. Oh, no, I'm not going to say his year. I'll just say May 7th. Yeah.
Her birthday is September 27th.
I was about to say your year when she asked when's your birthday. I was like, May 7th, 19. Oh, no, I ain't saying it. Yeah, I don't want everybody to know how old is he.
Thank you.
You're welcome, yeah.
He was looking out.
Yeah, thank you. I did the same for you. I just said September 27th.
No, it's the 28th.
28? Yeah, it is 28. Oh,
That's our son's birthday. Yeah, he got our son's birthday. And our birthday's one day in apart.
And when is your birthday, Dee?
May 7th.
And I got his birthday.
You got his right.
I should have said May 6th.
What's Dee Dee's sign?
She's a Libra.
What's Dee's zodiac sign?
He's a Taurus.
What are your signs?
Libra.
Taurus. Nice. And you guys got those right. You knew. Are Taurus and Libra compatible?
Well, we've been together for 4 years, so you might as well.
I think Dee and Dee Dee did pretty well. Let's find out how our next couple is going to do. Erica, where did you and Josh first meet?
Ooh, in the hospital at Westchester Medical Center.
When and where did you first meet?
4 years ago in the emergency room of a hospital.
The first time that you guys met, you both said the hospital.
Sweet.
Well
Nice.
done.
Yeah,
well done.
That's good.
What's the last date that you guys went on?
I would say last night we sat and did like a Netflix and chill, but mostly just Netflix.
We went to dinner at a restaurant called the Leopard des Artistes on the Upper West Side.
What's the last date that you guys went on?
Netflix last night.
I said we went to dinner at L'Opera des Artistes.
Yeah, that's true. We did. We left the apartment 2 weeks ago. It's true.
What is her job title?
She's medical director of Park Avenue Skin Solutions. More? There's more?
What is Josh's job title?
He is the chief medical officer at Tribeca Wellness Collective.
Okay, she's also a founder of Tribeca Wellness Collective.
Okay, so you work together. That's a little bit.
Wait, he's also the chief medical officer of Curos, the most amazing supplement you could buy.
Solid plug in there. Good wifey duties. What's Erica's job title?
Medical director, Park Avenue Skin Solutions, and co-founder of Tribeca Wellness Collective.
Well done. And what was Josh's job title?
CMO of both Tribeca Wellness Collective and Curos.
Well done. You guys killed that one. What do you think Erica's shoe size is, Josh?
Wow.
What's Josh's shoe size?
7?
10? Is that a man's shoe size?
Erica, what's Josh's shoe size?
I thought 10. Yeah,
That's great.
I had no clue, and I guess 7?
7.5.
Oh, all right. Good.
Remember, I complained that my shoe size grew for one summer for no reason.
There you go. See, it was 7.
It was 7, then it became 7.5. What can you do?
What's the very first trip you guys ever went to?
Ooh.
I think we went to Israel to visit his parents who live in Jerusalem.
Okay, the first trip we went on, wow, was probably upstate New York, but I think the first out of the country trip, oh my gosh, this is tough. Might be Israel. I'm going with Tel Aviv.
Very first trip you guys went on together.
I had trouble with this.
Parents in Jerusalem.
Okay, nice. I said okay, I was right about the country. I talked about Tel Aviv.
And also, the first real answer you said was upstate New York.
I couldn't remember if we went upstate.
No.
No.
Where did you get an Airbnb?
I thought in the Catskills. I thought we got an Airbnb in the Catskills, and we drove up and we walked along.
So we have now found out that couples pretty much remember where they went on their first date and the big situations in their lives, but they cannot for the life of them remember anything about their day-to-day. If they go on a green card interview, they're gonna have to study a whole lot harder. Let's see how our next group does next time around. Till next time.
All right, so that was actually real questions that you would get on the interview, and I would say that maybe the second couple may have passed. First couple was not passing. All right, and those were real couples. So you got to really be prepared and know your spouse when you're going on these interviews. All right, so let's go to our questions now. 1-800-529-5465. Glory's been waiting for a while from Staten Island. Glory. Hello? Glory, you've been waiting a long time. How are you? Glory?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. What can I do to help you today?
Yeah, please, I have a question.
Yes.
I want to know if I got a notice of administrative closure because my previous spouse filed for me, and I got my work authorization, and we were supposed to go for the interview together. But before then, he was incarcerated. So I went for the interview alone, and a couple of weeks, I got a notice of administrative closure. Mm-hmm. But after then, I divorced him, and I'm presently married to my spouse and someone else, which he want to file for me. So we're thinking, do I need to apply to withdraw the previous one?
Yes.
Or
You got to
closure?
Yeah, you got to withdraw. You got to terminate it. Because it's still there. They never made a decision on it. You can't have two different adjustments.
Actually, in the letter, they wrote, I have 33 days to reply. They give me 33 days if we can come for the interview together, which, because it's still incarcerated.
Let me understand this, because, it all depends on what was actually put in that letter. So they write you a letter. Your husband's incarcerated. They write you a letter saying, okay, you're administratively closed. And then they write you a letter saying you have 33 days to come for an interview. If not, what? What happens if not?
Yeah, it's the same letter. They said we have 33 days for him to.
And what happens if you don't show up?
I went for the interview alone, and I told them he's incarcerated. But they were requesting in the letter, the way they put it, they want him to, they want to arrange a 3 hours on phone interview with him.
Okay, so let me. It sounds like to me, based on what you're saying to me, that they never made a final decision on this case. It's still kind of like in La La Land a little bit. It's like in that murky land. They didn't approve you. They didn't deny you. They're just not doing anything on it. That's what administrative closure is. Now, if you go to file a second adjustment application, they're going to deny on the new marriage. They're going to deny it, saying that you still have this pending one, even though you're now divorced from this man. Once you're divorced from him, that's the end of the adjustment anyway. What I would suggest you do is, before you file a new adjustment, is write them a letter saying, I am divorced from this man. Please withdraw this adjustment application.
Okay.
All right, and I would suggest, I would suggest to you, okay, because you've gone through this and you kind of have like a weird situation there. You don't want to screw it up. This is your life here in America. Get a good lawyer. You're looking at one. Hold on one second, all right? Get a good lawyer. You're in Staten Island. It's easy to come to me. All right? 1-800-529-5465. Steve in the Bronx. Steve.
How you doing, Brad?
What's up?
I'm here. There's a question.
Yes.
2011, I got married to my wife. I got the green card. And me and her ups and downs. She decided, oh, nigga, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to let them deport your ass. Anyway, I get a lawyer. I filed for the removal of conditions.
Right.
And down to today, they don't make a final decision on it.
Okay, you got divorced from her though, right?
No.
Okay, that's why. You got to get divorced from her.
She's not gonna. She don't want to sign the divorce paper.
Too bad. You can get divorced and she doesn't sign it. Just serve her. You need to be divorced.
Okay.
If you don't get divorced from her, you're never going to get through. So hold on one second, okay? Then you have to file for a waiver and say, I'm not filing with my wife. I got divorced, but here's the proof it was a real marriage. You're going about it wrong. So hold on one second. We can help you. All right? Let's go to Nikki in Rockville, Maryland. Nikki.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fabulous. What's up?
So my cousin applied for her citizenship in September, and she got a letter saying that they received the application.
Right.
And we're going to be traveling to Dominican Republic in August, but her green card expires in August.
She has a, what does she have, a 2-year card, a 10-year card? What does she have?
A 10-year card? A 10-year card? Yes, she has a 10-year card.
Okay, so let her right now file the I-90 application for replacement, and they'll put a stamp in her passport so she can travel over the summer.
So you said she needs to file for a replacement?
Yes.
You said she should do the what? No, I am asking you, should she do the, you said she could do the what? Hello?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, what, I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you.
All right, who needs the help here? Let's get the person who needs the help on.
You're not telling me anything. I told you
All right. While you guys organize yourselves, let's go to Bright in the Bronx. Bright.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay, yeah. I got married since 2015, and I filed for my green card.
Right.
And I've gone for the first and Stoke interview, and till now they haven't gotten back to me.
When was the Stokes interview?
The Stoke interview went well. They gave my wife, they sent a letter that my wife was approved.
Oh, they sent a letter that you got the I-130 approved.
Why I-130 approved. But
Okay, wonderful.
But my own status for the green card is still pending, and I sent a request E43 online.
Whoa. Let me take a step back. A Stokes interview is only done when you're married to an American citizen.
Yeah, she's an American citizen.
So what got approved? The I-130 visa petition.
Yes.
Okay, but right. The I-130 that your wife filed for you got approved. They believe it's a real marriage, but your adjustment has not been approved yet.
Yes.
Okay, where did this happen? In Federal Plaza?
New York.
Okay. When did you go for your interview?
Last year, I went for the Stoke interview.
And when did you get the approval for the I-130?
that same month that I went last year.
Okay, so then you need to come see me. I don't know what happened because you should get your green card about 8 weeks after the approval of the I-130. So come see me, and I don't know, but we're going to have to go down to immigration and figure it out, all right? So hold on one second. All right, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. For those who know the caged animal, Moshe Baruch, okay, we used to have this commercial at the front of our show with Bernadette where she got, the highest insurance that you can get. She got a fabulous settlement. She was all happy. She came and picked up her check, and she's like, this guy, Moshe Baruch, he's like a caged animal. He was ready to go, but you know what? They gave us all the money that we can get because we gave us the maximum the insurance company allowed under the policy. So we got her all the money, but she's like, yeah, he's the caged animal, and everyone goes crazy over Moshe being the caged animal because he's actually a very calm, cool guy, except when you get him in court, he gets a little crazy. So I sat down with him the other day, last week. And one of the things that people have issues about all the time, especially with accident cases, is people who have an immigration issue are very concerned to bring actions for their personal injuries. They're scared that maybe immigration will be called by the insurance company, they'll show up in court, or maybe they're not allowed to be in the courthouse. All of that's not true. Whether you are legal, whether you are out of status, whether you have a green card, you're a citizen, you've overstayed your time, you entered the country without inspection, everybody has the right to be compensated for their injuries, whether it's an automobile accident, a construction accident, you get hurt on the job, off the job. And I sat down with Moshe last week to talk about it. Let's watch. So most people don't realize that if you get into an accident, whether it's an automobile accident, a trip and fall on a street or in a building, or if you are working on a construction site and get into a construction accident, or maybe even a malpractice claim against a medical provider, no matter what your immigration status is, whether you're a United States citizen, whether you are a lawful resident of the United States, whether you are in the process of applying for your green card, whether you're in the process of adjusting your status, whether you have work authorization to work in the United States, or you are working out of status in the United States, if you came on a visa, if you came without inspection, it doesn't matter as far as filing a personal injury claim for your injuries. And with us today is Moshe Baruch. He's one of our fantastic personal injury attorneys. Moshe, how are you?
Good afternoon. Great.
And most people know Moshe from watching our show. In the beginning of our show, for a couple of weeks, we ran a true life success story with Bernadette. There she is.
My lawyer here, Mr. Barak, has been a caged animal.
And that's right, a caged animal. We have him out of his cage now to join us. We will be putting you back in the cage when we are done. So how does, in New York State, Moshe, how does personal injury accidents apply to everyone despite whatever their legal status is here?
So not only in New York, it's actually from a federal, our Constitution of the United States, which includes obviously New York. No matter what your immigration status is, you have the exact same rights as somebody who's a United States citizen, which means if you're involved in a motor vehicle accident, if you slip and fell, you tripped and fell, or even if you were injured on a construction site, your rights are identical to those who are United States citizens.
Now, what happens if you're representing somebody, okay, and the defense or the person that you're representing sues, Mr. X, and Mr. X says, I know Moshe's client, they're illegal, they're out of status, I'm going to report them to immigration. Are they allowed to do that?
Technically, they can do whatever they want, but it won't affect their civil action at all. Because remember, when you're suing somebody for personal injuries, it's a civil case. It has nothing to do with their immigration status. Therefore, it has no impact on that case.
And quite frankly, if you are out of status, what better law firm to represent you and protect your immigration rights and your rights to also bring a lawsuit than Spar Bernstein?
Right. We have our immigration department here, and we have our personal injury department here. So if that hypothetical came forth, like what you just said, we have attorneys here who can help you in any of those situations.
So let's break it down. Someone gets injured, okay, where they get injured on a job, all right, or they get injured in an automobile accident, but they go, ouch, I'm hurt, I'm in a lot of pain, somebody caused this. What do?
In a motor vehicle accident, or depending on any accident?
Any accident.
First thing you should do is obviously call the police and let them know that you're injured, if you're able to, obviously. The next thing you should do after reporting your injuries is get a lawyer. I can't stress this enough, Brad. Every time people come to us and they haven't retained a lawyer immediately after the accident, they've hurt their case. They have. The sooner you get a lawyer, the better the outcome of your case. Period.
Like in an automobile accident, if you want to be able to get benefits, medical benefits, you want to be able to get reimbursed for your lost wages, you have to bring a claim within 30 days of the accident.
Correct. No fault law requires you to make a claim for no fault benefits within 30 days of the accident, absent very rare exceptional circumstances.
And I think it's really important, okay, that we stress, if you get hurt on a job-related site, the first thing you do is call the police, or you call the people who are right behind us, an ambulance. Why do you do that? You do that, A, because that is the quickest way in which you will get medical care, and B, or two, that is the best way to document that you got injured and where you got injured, because the ambulance is going to come, the police are going to come, and they're going to document exactly how you got injured, what injured you, how this accident happened, and you're going to get your quickest medical care. I will tell you that most people screw up their cases by reporting it to their employer, especially on a construction site, having the employer drive them to the hospital, or one of their coworkers drive them to the hospital, because by in of itself, by its nature, the employer is going to now say, it didn't happen the way that you say it happened. Why do people believe that employers are their friends when they get hurt, and they're not necessarily their friends?
You're exactly right. The first thing you should do is, if you get involved in a work-related accident, is immediately get the police or the EMS involved, right? Do not speak to anybody in your workplace, because again, just like you said, they are not your friends, all right? Even though in New York State, workers' compensation laws don't permit you to sue your employer, their insurance companies get involved. And that may cause an increase in their premiums, which is a problem. And so therefore, you should not speak to your employer, not the foreman, nobody at the construction site. Call the police, get the EMS involved, document your injuries, and retain a lawyer as soon as possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe this guy is a caged animal, trust me he is. When you see him in court, he's actually, you go a little crazy, don't you?
You have to.
You have to,
Brad. Our clients are victims. They're victims of accidents, of injuries, and you need this type of representation. Insurance companies don't want to give you money. They're not built to give you money. They're built to keep the money, to make money. So you need good, aggressive lawyers to take that money from them. That's all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, no, we don't want anybody to get into an accident. We don't wish ill on anybody, but accidents happen every day. And when you have an accident, you only have one opportunity to get the largest amount of money you can for your injuries. You can't go back and say, oh, I hired the wrong attorney, now I'd like to go back and hire a new attorney. Too late. You get one opportunity. Make it the right opportunity. Make it the right attorneys. I would suggest that you contact Spar Bernstein, Moshe Baruch, a caged animal, fantastic attorney. Give us a call, 1-800-529-5465. And I don't believe anybody's heard it this very second, but if you are, obviously give us a call. But more importantly, save our telephone number, because you never know when that injury is going to happen. You never know whether it's going to be you or your loved one. I was just literally walking down the street after this snowstorm, and I almost got pelted. I was this close to getting pelted with a huge piece of ice falling off a building. I wouldn't expect that to happen, right. Okay? You never know when you're going to get hurt. You never know if you're working at a construction site when that's going to happen. You never know when that's going to happen right behind you. Right behind us right now is a serious car accident. You never know when that's going to happen. You need serious attorneys. So save our telephone number. The best way to save it is to dial the number. It's 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Moshe, fabulous job. Thank you for joining us as always.
Thank you for having me, Brad.
Thanks. And obviously, prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. We're going to go back to our lines right now. We have Is this Rona from Rockville, Maryland again? Is this about the green card and traveling to Dominican Republic?
Yes.
Okay, so you got your question all sorted out now.
Yeah, I wanted to know, my niece did her citizenship in September of last year.
Yes.
And she's wondering if she'll get the citizenship before
she should.
She travel in August.
She should. She should. And when does her green card expire?
In August.
Okay, so she did her citizenship. It should. She shouldn't need to file the I-90 then. She just needs to go make an info pass and get a stamp in her passport, just in case. But she won't have to pay for it.
Okay. How soon she have to do to get a stamp in her passport?
The green card expires when?
In August.
120 days before August.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Now we got the question straightened out. 1-800-529-5465. Marsha in Biloxi, Mississippi. I think our first caller from Biloxi, Mississippi. I don't know if I ever spoke to anybody on our show from Biloxi before. How are you? Marsha.
Hello?
Marsha from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you? MISSISSIPPI.
Yes, hi, how are you? I'd like to ask you a question.
Yes.
I applied for my I-765 with the I-485 and I-130 and everything. I got approved for the I-765 on November 9th, but I haven't received the card as yet. Is there a delay in processing the cards right now?
Yes. It's about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
It's about 4 or 5 months.
Oh, okay,
All right,
okay, because
so-
I was wondering if something was wrong. Okay.
When did you get approved for the I-765?
Yes, I got approved in November.
And you still haven't got it? You sure you got approved
Nope.
for it? Then
Yeah,
you should
I
have
got
gotten it by
the-
now.
I got the notice and everything.
Yeah, then you should have gotten it by now. You should call them up and see what happened to it.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
Call them up because it was probably returned with a bad address or something. If you call them on
But the thing is that I did call them and raised an SI, but they haven't responded.
All right, then hold on and let me help you. But you should have gotten your work permit already. So hold on 1 second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can help you even from Mississippi, okay? Hold on 1 second. Let's go to John in Riviera Beach, Florida. John. John.
Yes.
How are you?
Yes. Good afternoon.
What's up?
Yes, I'm calling pertaining to. I sent in my papers regards to my work permit.
Mm-hmm.
I send them in from December. I got married to my wife, so I send in all the papers from December.
Right.
They sent me a letter saying that I was supposed to go do my fingerprint on the 2nd of January. I went there, I did that. I didn't get back a letter saying that they received anything, so I was wondering if they're supposed to send back a letter, something to state that they received the fingerprint.
No.
Or if that's okay.
No, you shouldn't get a letter back they received it. You went and did it. That's what you did. You did it. Now, after the fingerprint, you should get your work permit mailed to you in about 90 days.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but because from that time until now, I don't really get anything from them.
No. So you did it, when did you do it? Mid-January, you said?
Yeah, it's 2nd of January.
Okay, so by mid-April, you should get your work permit mailed to you. If you don't get it by the end of April, call me.
All right. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it.
Very welcome. All right. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Leave your questions on Facebook. We're broadcasting live on Law Offices of Spar Bernstein Facebook, as well as Bradshaw Live. You could leave your questions on either site. We're going to be answering your immigration questions in about 2 or 3 minutes from now. So please leave your questions. We're going to be finishing up with Belgium Kim in about 3 or 4 minutes from now. Please leave your questions on our Facebook page at Bradshaw Live or on our Facebook page at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. In the meantime, we had met up recently with a guy by the name, he's a cool guy, I know him personally, he's a very good guy, by the name of Sean Ujanwuchukwu. If I got that right. Sean Ujanwuchukwu. Sean Ujanwuchukwu. I'm going to get it after about 3 more tries. Sean Ujanwuchukwu. Seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. We have just met up with Sean Ujanwuchukwu. He is the CEO and founder of GVate LLC, which is a marketing and SEO company. He is originally from Nigeria. He has a very cool immigration story, but more importantly, he is an extraordinarily successful entrepreneur, an immigrant who came to America and has made it big. And he has some advice for some other immigrants who have come to America who want to be an entrepreneur like him and make it big also. Let's watch.
My name is Sean. I'm the CEO and founder of GVates, and we're a marketing company located here in New York City. We work with a variety of companies, to help them with their online marketing. So that ranges from helping them with their AdWords, to helping them with their SEO, to helping them with reputation management. My role in the company is, business development, and also making sure that we keep a laser-focused eye on the growth of the company as well. I grew up in Nigeria. Nigeria is a vibrant country, located in West Africa. It's one of the most populous countries in Africa. People there are very hardworking, very smart people, and they're very educationally oriented. And I actually grew up primarily in a boarding school, so because my parents move around a lot. And so the state where my boarding school was located was called Ondo State. That's the name of the state. And where I grew up, and primarily the school I went to, really had a lot of impact on where I am today. Coming to this country was really unexpected. Based on what I know, my parents believed we were gonna go to London instead, but they chose the United States, right? So we came here, as a diplomat. My dad precisely is a former diplomat, now retired. So when I came here was, because he was a diplomat. And when I arrived, I was around 11 years old. What was wonderful about the whole, immigration process was, first, getting around wasn't a problem, because you have an ID and all of that. Two, being here, going to school was a breeze. Even if you're an immigrant, you have public school that you can go to where you get, free food and things of that nature. You don't have to pay school fees. Although back home, I was paying tuition because, I went to private school. But here you have public school, so you have the option of public or private. It's up to you. One thing I can say that when I arrived and still haunts me to today is how the grade you're placed in is based on your age. Back home, I was in the equivalent of 7th grade, but when I came here and they looked at the age, they were like, nah, you're too young for that. Let's put you in I think it was 5th grade, basically. So I pretty much lost 2 years, but hey, look, it's no big deal. But ultimately, when I got here, my biggest challenge was really the accent. Okay, and I think every immigrant that comes to a new country, especially the United States, they face that. It's like, how can you really communicate, to your student, to your classmate, I should say, in a way where they can understand you, right? So that was one of my biggest challenges, just kind of getting over the accent and things of that nature, and really just starting to develop the quote-unquote American accent. Over time, I realized that this country really has a lot to offer. They really have a ton to offer. So that in itself kind of inspired a lot of my ventures, during the years that came after that, basically. Take for instance, starting a company. Although I'm an immigrant, I was able to start a company while in college. And, because of the benefits that are in place and opportunities, one was able to start a company, start hiring people, provide a source of income for other people as well. I have a strong belief that this whole situation around immigration will get better, simply because a lot of things going on just does not make any sense. You have immigrants who are here paying taxes, right? Ones who are quitting jobs, ones who are making it possible for a mom or a dad to put food on the table for their children, and then to have them constantly worry about, getting deported or things of that nature. I just don't think that's something that makes sense, So, and I think there are people out there, people who can really make a huge difference in the political space that see that, and I'm sure they will do the right thing. My message to other immigrants seeking that entrepreneurial path is, it's gonna be hard, it's not gonna be easy, okay? And you may see a lot of immigrants who've made it, and all you see is their success. Perhaps you didn't see the struggle.
When you want to build something great, you want to build an empire, you want to get to the top, there's an amount of work that's required, all right? The amount of work that's required to get to the top, that's what I call the initial work. Now, when you're at the top, that's when the real work starts. Because now when you're at the top, you're competing against everybody. which means now you have to work harder than you ever did before in your life. So that, my friends, fellow entrepreneurs, is what I call putting in that work.
If you're an immigrant, you're interested in this field, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie and try to sugarcoat it, but it is possible to achieve that American dream. There are a lot of people who wish that you can go back to where you came from, and that can have a psychological toll on you, emotional toll as well. So my best advice is know what you're passionate about, have a vision, have a timeline, like when you want to achieve your goals, right? I'm 26 years old, running one of the leading marketing companies in New York City, and started it while I was in college. I'm positively sure.
All right, Sean from GVATE. Sean, to get this right, John Wachuku. Sean John Wachuku. All right, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go to Vicky from Brooklyn, and then we're going to find Belgium Kim with your final social media check-in. Vicky.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. What's up?
I had a quick question. My question was, what if you were falsely led to believe that after you'd received a LULAC number, and you were filing with an attorney, and they falsely led you to believe that there was a problem when there really wasn't an issue with the problem with the LULAC, and they basically told you there was nothing there via at the INS for you when there was an LULAC issued, and just gave you the hamster wheel.
All right. Well, LULAC, just for you and everyone else to know that was a late amnesty application. It was League of Urban something or other Action Committee against
Catholic charity.
Catholic Charity, CSS. And really what it was is there was and let me just take you a little back so you understand everything. There was there was an amnesty in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan.
A settlement?
Right. And the amnesty said that if you were physically here in the United States between 1982 and 1986, and you resided here between 86 and 88, then you get the amnesty. And it was weird because Congress changed the wording in the law. They said physically here from 82 to 86, but residing here 86 to 88. Now, immigration denied people's amnesty applications who had taken short trips out of the United States and returned. And they said, well, you weren't residing here the whole time. And the people who sued in LULAC and CSS said, of course we were residing here. We had our car here. We had our home here. I had my job here. I went away for a week on a vacation, came back. That doesn't mean I stopped residing here. And the law didn't say I had to be physically here every day. It said I had to be residing here. Now, those people got denied, and then there was a big lawsuit. And eventually, in the federal court said everybody who was denied, whether they were a CSS or LULAC, because they took this short trip abroad and came back, they're able to file late amnesty applications, which is apparently what you did. And when you filed the late amnesty application, apparently you didn't get your green card, because if you did,
89.
right, you got denied. Right, it was in 89. So,
88,
one second, right. So you didn't get your green card, because if you did, you wouldn't have needed to apply for a green card now in 2000, whatever. So what happened was a lot of people, there were a lot of fraudulent lawyers back in the day in the 1980s. I know you're talking about a FOIA now, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But there was a lot of fraudulent lawyers back in the 1980s who would say to people who just arrived in the United States, say in 1989, they would say, hey, you just got here, it's your first time. Why don't we get some documentation and say you were here from 82 to 86, you took a short trip abroad and came back, and we'll say that this first trip into America was actually your second trip into America. And a lot of people filed these late applications. They got work permits for years and eventually got denied. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened to you. I just know that's what happened to a lot of people.
No.
Okay. Now, the good news for all of this, though, is whether you did a legit case or not, it doesn't really matter, is that under the laws, the amnesty applications were not able to be, whatever information immigration got in these amnesty applications, and even in the late LULAC applications and the CSS applications, cannot be used against you in a current case. And if they are, they're doing it illegally.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
But
So if your concern is that I went for an immigration interview.
I have another question. The first set of paperwork that were filed went in from an immigration office, and in the office, immigration office, not a lawyer. So the LULAC was legitimately filed with the immigration office, not through a lawyer.
Okay.
And it was granted.
Great.
But when I went to go and retrieve my LULAC through a lawyer, the lawyer kept telling us there was nothing there, which it was already there, and just gave us the hamster wheel.
All right, so let me say this, because I'm not going to solve this. I'm not sure what you mean by it was granted, because if it was granted, you'd have a green card. So let me say this. You live in one second. You live in Brooklyn.
Go ahead.
My office is in Manhattan. I'm right across the bridge or the tunnel. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come see me with everything you got, and let me just go through it all and figure it out. Okay?
All right.
Okay, sir. All right, because we're not going to figure it out right now, because I'm a little confused when you
No,
say...
I was just calling to inquire after a few questions, in regards to the matter at hand.
Okay, so, all right. So you have... I can answer general questions, but if you're asking me about specific things that a lawyer did in 1989 or may not have done and whether you got granted, I would have to see the paperwork on that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So give me the general question that you have.
Okay, so the general question is, I moved when it was granted. It was sent to us, so it was not forwarded to us. And then we got a lawyer to do a search to inquire after that LULAC that was granted.
How do you know it was granted?
Because they gave you an A number.
How do you know it was granted?
I'm sorry, hold on. They gave us an A number.
So what? That doesn't mean it was granted. You getting an alien registration number doesn't mean you were granted LULAC.
Okay. Okay, then. My mistake.
Yeah. So that's why I said you need to come in so we can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So hold on one second. All right. Wow, we got more calls. We're not going to be able to get any more calls because I want to get to social media Kim. We have not done a lot of social media today. Social media Kim. Kim. Hello.
Hey, Brad.
We have 5 minutes. Let's just do former rapid fire, which is now just really fast social media questions.
Okay. Anointed Tasha would like to know, my uncle is married and has his green card papers in, but his baby's mother filed an abuse case against him. The police have not yet arrested him, though. When he goes in for his green card interview, is he going to have problems?
Yes.
Millicent says, my friend got arrested for marijuana 10 years ago. Can he get a waiver from immigration?
If it was less than 30 grams only.
Hayden says, how long does it take to file for a child over 21?
8 years.
Jason says, so how long does it take when you're married to a U.S. citizen for her spouse to get his green card?
9 months. Adjustment, he had 12 in another country, 14 in another country.
Skippo has your favorite question in the whole wide world.
How do I get a green card? Make a consultation.
How do I get a green card? I'm in Italy.
Okay, next.
So Raj says, my son has a work permit. Can he file for his green card before he turns 21?
Has a work permit? How? Who's filing for his green card? I need to know more information on that one.
We need to know more.
Yeah.
Natasha says, I came into the U.S. with a visitor's visa and I got married to a green card holder. I got my I-130 approved and already paid my IV fees. Do I need to go back to my home country for my interview? And could I get a 10-year bar for being in the USA illegally?
Yes.
Also, my husband has 2 DWIs and 1 divorce about 16 years back.
Yes, you need a provisional waiver first. Come see me.
So do not go home until you have
without
that
a provisional waiver. Correct.
Rona wants to know, does someone have to make an appointment to go get a stamp in their passport if they're waiting for citizenship to travel?
Yes. Unless the green card hasn't expired. Only if the green card expired. I'm assuming the green card expired.
Shelly says, I'm in Jamaica. My husband is an American citizen, and he's filing for my kids and I. Our case has now gone to the Visa Center for February 15th of this year. When can we expect our green card?
Who's sponsoring?
The husband, the U.S. citizen husband.
What do you mean it left the visa center or it got to the visa center?
It says has now gone to the visa center.
That's the
February.
National Visa Center. It depends on how fast your husband works. It could be years if he doesn't do the right thing. Assuming he does everything right, 6 months or less.
Anita says, I would like to know what someone can do if they went to the U.S. with a tourist visa and overstayed that visa, since they've gotten married to someone with a green card and now they've got 2 kids that were both born in Florida.
File the I-130, do a provisional waiver, go home, come back. Just like Natasha, but she can't go home without the waiver.
We've got Blessed who says, hi, Brad. A friend of mine recently got her 2-year conditional green card and is about to file for her taxes separately from her husband. Is that advisable?
No, it's not.
It's Shivani says, if a person comes on a regular visitor's visa and doesn't go back to their country for like a year, what's your advice to that person?
You're out of status. Figure out how to get back in legal status.
Shango says, if you're in a removal proceeding for overstaying, but you also have a simple assault charge in New Jersey, can you get DHS to join in on a motion to terminate your removal proceedings so that you can adjust your status with USCIS, or do you have to wait for your MCH in 2019?
Your master calendar hearing, it's discretionary.
Oh, so what would you advise that he do then?
Get a good lawyer.
Get a good lawyer. Kasmita says, if you file for your green card and they take the money out of your account, does that mean that they're currently working on your papers?
They take what money out of your account?
I'm assuming she's paid her filing fees.
Yeah, if you paid your filing fees, you got to assume you're working on your papers.
You got to hope so, right?
Yeah.
And then finally for our Umba, said I was not a very good Belgian because I didn't know when Belgian Independence Day was. It is apparently July 21st. Thank you, Umba. And then finally, for our comment of the day, yes. Brad, touching lives, some more than you realize. Right. Stacey Ann. Brad, you've now inspired me to go to law school. Right. I'm becoming an immigration lawyer.
All right, very good. Touching lives. Beautiful. Very good.
That's
very
beautiful.
Good. All right, Belgium Kim. July 21st, I'll meet you in Belgium.
July 21st?
I will meet you in Belgium. I will meet you in Belgium, a waffle, a chocolate, and a glass of champagne.
Oh, I will take it all. It would be beer, but I will still take it all.
All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar Bernstein, on Facebook at Brad Show Live. Until then, be safe. We'll see you all tomorrow, 5:30. Have a good night, guys. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer. So most people don't realize that if you get into an accident, whether it's an automobile accident. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.